Alright guys, it's another poor quality review and I'm here to tell you that I think these are good for the price. So, Soundcore A1. When I say poor quality review, I mean because I haven't a clue what I'm talking about, so if you take it in that spirit, you can get close-ups of these, I mean, these are quite old. Not these ones personally, I just bought them. I've had them for about 2 weeks and they're definitely a step up from the cheap ones, These were like £32 on eBay. Currently it's about that on Amazon, although the price seems to jump from 27 to 32. I'll explain later. Originally they were £50 when they first came on the scene in December 2020. So, but yeah, I think they're a step up from the really cheap ones. It's the ones that I've been buying, usually. Like these ones, mostly from the supermarket. I mean, for sound quality, they're a definite step up. But just for everything else, connectivity. And I'm happy to announce that it's wireless charging as well. Or via USB Type-C cable. Yeah, these ones are alright. Most of them are for the supermarket. I've got GVC in there. They were disappointing. They were really bassy and they seemed to block everything else out. My treble. These were quite decent. But they had poor connectivity and they're pretty old. And they don't seem to be in the supermarkets anymore. The other ones were just alright, I mean, they were good enough. But if you're listening to, music or whatever, I think it's really worth it. But even once you get a mid-range, I'm calling these mid-range, but I mean, to me it's mid-range, but mid-range is really sort of over £100 now. But so this is still budget, but upper budget, upper poor, something like that, So yeah, I think these are a good choice. I think the sound guys gave this a good review for their thingy. But yeah, so the sound's really good on them, for what they are. I've not tried the really expensive ones, so I can't compare them, but according to the sound guys website, they said it's a bassy one, although I could still hear the treble clearly, and so they were saying it's sort of in the way Beats do theirs, they do ultra bassy, I don't know, but it would be good to try expensive ones to see what I'm missing, but these are a step up from the really cheap ones. And I wanted to say, yeah, according to Google Bard, I had to look up Google Bard, the earbuds are 85 milliamp hour amount of power storage in there. So that's meant to give you about 9 hours. And you can just use a single one. And the bank is 770 milliamp hours. That's maybe about 35 hours. I mean, to me the bank's less important. It's more the buds, you want to know how long you're going to be listening to your stuff, It says it's got 3 customizable EQ presets. When you press it, click it 3 times. But I've not managed to get it to work, or I've not noticed. But I downloaded the app and I used the app, and that's got about 13 presets, and they all worked with it. It doesn't have noise cancelling apparently. This is quite an old one, it's from 2020. But then I think good quality is more important than how recent. Although this whole market's only about 10-15 years old, and the connectivity, in my opinion, has just got good recently. But the connectivity with these is good, you're not having any, even microwaves, your microwave oven or whatever won't interfere unless you're standing right next to it. I've had that problem with the other ones that I showed you. But this one, there's no connectivity problems either with it dropping or anything, or with pairing or anything like that. They give you these wings nowadays to sort of keep them in your ear. Although to me personally, it didn't slip out without this anyway. So I would only buy ones this sort of type, ones that go right in your ear, not the ones like Apple. I don't know why people are buying them. I think Apple have done that so that people know that you're using Apple. And I just can't believe that people have bought into it, because why do you want that bit dangling down when you can just have the whole thing in your ear, Yeah, on Amazon, it's September 23. Amazon themselves don't seem to sell it, it's other sellers. And the price seems to vary from £33 to about £27. It seems to go up and down, like that. I was looking at Keeper. So one week it can be £33 and then another week it can be £27 or whatever. Originally they were £50. I think Anchor now are on the A3, but I find their website confusing. They've got so many. I don't even know if we're talking about the same thing. I mean, the one that I looked on Amazon said Soundcore A1 Life. So I don't know if this is a different one to this. Because like I said, I couldn't get the equalizer to work manually on the thing, but I could with the app. Yeah, it's got a fast charge, 10 minutes gives you 2 hours, so it's fantastic. I use it quite a lot, just one. Yeah, wireless charging, that's fantastic. Yeah, lots of playtime. And this, I've seen this for decades, but it doesn't mean anything to me. It'd be great if I knew what it is that makes cheap ones sound bad and other ones sound good, Apparently these drivers are made of biocellulose or something, but is it to do with what the material they're made of or something? But anyway, it's great sound quality, and I think everyone should get good sound quality earbuds, So that would mean probably not buying at the cheap end, because I think you deserve it, you know what I mean? It gives you such a boost to that sense, you know. I mean, something like video, if you were to go to 4K or whatever, it's going to cost you hundreds and hundreds, probably extra. But with these, you're maybe talking £40, £50 extra, and they probably do you for years. And sound quality is probably the most important thing, So it really brightens up your life and that. This is me using the mic on these. I've got the other one in my ear and I've got the mic on. So I hope this sounds good. Mary had a little lamb and all that, London Bridge is falling down. Hey, 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 is everybody happy? Is everybody happy? We're all right. We're all right. We're all right. I'm back in the other mic now. I forgot to say that these are clicky ones, they're not pressure sensitive. I don't know if that means that because they're old, that's a way of telling that they're old, or if some have gone that way, because most of my cheaper ones were all pressure sensitive. But pressure ones can be annoying, when you accidentally do, which I do a lot. But yeah, you've got 3 sets of these things, and you've got 3 sets of these things. These things are pretty disappointing to me because they're really thin, I thought they might be a bit thicker so that maybe seal out the noise better. I mean, they do seal out the noise pretty good, but not enough. When you take it out, it tells you what the battery's at, whether it's medium, high or low. I'll see if I can get this to my mic. Wait a minute. My mic is top quality. Don't know if I'm connected to it. Don't know if this is any use to you. Probably not. Yeah, you get 4 of these things, four pairs, and 3 pairs of these things. They come in this sort of box. That's it really. Came with a Type-C cable too, which I've forgotten about. I'll just take a look at all these cheap ones that I've bought. Almost all from Superstore, I think. I think this is Mix. I didn't like these ones really. Yeah, but they were alright. They're all alright. But yeah, and now I think this is the ASDA ones. These are £14 at the moment. At that price, I've got to say they're good value, because they're alright for cheap. I mean, that's one thing. I mean, like with these ones, it's like driving a BMW at 100 miles an hour, whereas these ones, it's like a Ford Fiesta at 100 miles an hour. It struggles to stay in control really and distorted and stuff. But so even though they're alright, I think you should still treat yourself to a good quality ones, whatever ones you get, whether they're Sony or Anker, a brand that I've not really heard much about except on Amazon and that. These ones were pretty good sound quality, but the connectivity and stuff was really poor. I think they're pretty old, old tech. They've got a Type B at the back, which usually means it's older. But the sound quality was alright, but still not as good as the Anker. Yeah, I don't even know what these ones are. I think that's Mix again. I didn't really like them as a brand, but yeah, the ASDA ones at £14, that's a real bargain, but the GVC ones were really disappointing because they were really bass and hardly any treble at all, I liked the style of them, but so somebody says if you buy cheap, you buy twice. Well, in my case, I've bought 6 times. Well, I've bought more than that actually because I've bought ones online as well, the really cheap ones. But yeah, this is the first really decent ones I've had. The sound guy's done a good review on it. I expected even better though, so I don't know really. But yeah, just looking at this. On the control page. So here's all these things. On the control page. You're made to tap 3 times to change the equalizer preset of the 3 that's meant to be inbuilt. But mine doesn't say that, so I don't think they are inbuilt in this. Maybe this is version 1 or something. But no. So that's just all the other things. Reset. There's not much on here. I would check the website out rather than rely on this. Yeah, it pairs well, you shouldn't have any pairing or connectivity dropping problems. Yeah. Alright guys, that's another poor quality of a review out of the way. Yeah, there's other people, talk about it and know what they're talking about and that. I'm just saying that if you are looking at that price range, they seem to be decent enough. I mean, it is like a treat, all these other ones are like buying a Lada or a Ford, to that sort of level. These are sort of entry level BMW or something, because I've got a YouTube extension that does a boost, and when this can handle it easily, the boost. In fact, it's even better with the boosting extension. I'm not talking about the boost on the app or this, I'm talking about on a YouTube extension, and this can handle it easily, whereas all these ones are struggled, with the boost. So it can do that width. It's got the width easily enough, it's like a big speaker. The width of sound. And then the sound quality as well, yeah, I think it's pretty decent. So, yeah, to me, they're alright, but I don't know what I'm talking about because I've not tried other ones or the really expensive ones, What's the top of the range? £250 or something? Yeah, but if you do get these at £26, remember they're pretty old now, it's the A3 they're on now, it seems. You'll not get that, that's like £70 or something. These don't have active noise cancelling. I think the A2 and the A3 do, but yeah, that's it guys, alright. I'm saying alright at that price. I'll finish off using the mic from these. Is everybody happy? Is everybody happy? Yeah, mic test, mic test. Yeah, the mics on my cheap earbuds are really poor. I suspect these ones are going to be a bit better. I don't know really, I've got to rely. So there's a guy. I mean, I don't like I'm not in love with them, like, but maybe they are really good, so I don't really know. I mean, in a false way, do you know what I mean? Just your first impression. I don't really like them in the ear. I think they look a bit big, I don't know how people with small ears will get on, but yeah, there you go, guys. Is everybody happy? 1 dot means under 30%, 2 dots means between 30 and 70%, and 3 dots means nearly 100%, 70 or 100. A bit basic, but good enough. I'm still using the mic of the A1, of the earbuds. I might say, for my sound quality test, I used Microtelli, Paperback Writer, and Taxman. You know, I've used that before, and it was good. It sounded a bit tiny, but I mean, I think that might be maybe his end rather than thingy. But I also listened to Led Zeppelin a whole lot of love, and that sounded really impressive, you know. So I thought Mike would sound better quality, you know, because it's 50 years later, but I was wrong. Yeah, but they give you a real sound quality, a real, but not just bass, you know, the whole range. So in terms of quality, yeah, it's worth it, I think. Although Mike's Rickenbacker came through superbly, fantastically. I've got my solar power bank charging up here, because these sort of things just use so little charge, you know. I could do that with my mobile phone and that as well. So that's a way to start using solar, you know, from the bottom up.